Right, we've got some breaking news to bring you now, and that...
In a blistering critique that has sent ripples through the footballing world, legendary officiating expert Pierluigi Collina has reportedly expressed his fury over the VAR rulings during Arsenal's chaotic 2-2 draw with Wolves on February 18, 2026. The match, which saw the Gunners blow a 2-goal lead, was overshadowed by two massive penalty shouts that were ignored by the technology meant to ensure fairness. Collina, often regarded as the gold standard for referees, was particularly incensed by a late-game incident involving Piero Hincapié, whose clear penalty appeal was brushed aside despite evidence of significant contact. The first major point of contention centered on an Arsenal penalty that was waved away just before half-time. With the Gunners pressing to double their early lead, a blatant foul in the box went unpunished, leaving the North London side stunned. Collina pointed out that the lack of VAR intervention in such a high-stakes title race is unacceptable and undermines the credibility of the Premier League's officiating standards. He argued that technology should be a shield against human error, not a tool that enables it through inaction. The second flashpoint, which Collina described as incomprehensible, involved Arsenal's January signing Piero Hincapié. The Ecuadorian defender appeared to be hauled down in the box during a set-piece scramble, but the VAR officials failed to recommend an on-field review. For a referee of Collina's stature, the inconsistency in applying the rules is the most damaging aspect for the sport. He emphasized that the threshold for a clear and obvious error seems to shift every weekend, leaving players and managers in a state of constant confusion. Collina's fury was not just about the specific calls but the systemic failure to protect the integrity of the game. He noted that while Hincapié eventually found the net for his first Arsenal goal, the denial of a rightful penalty earlier in the match changed the psychological momentum of the contest. When you deny a clear foul, you are not just missing a call, you are altering the destiny of the season, Collina remarked, stressing the gravity of these errors in a race where Manchester City and Liverpool are breathing down Arsenal's neck. The refereeing icon also took aim at the communication, or lack thereof, between the VAR hub and the on-field officials. He suggested that the hesitation to overturn a colleague's decision has become a culture of protection rather than a quest for truth. Collina argued that if the Premier League wants to remain the most-watched league in the world, it cannot afford to have its biggest matches decided by technical oversight and the fear of re-refereeing a game. Reflecting on the defensive collapse that followed, Collina pointed out that while Arsenal's own errors led to the Wolves' comeback, the officiating played a role in the frustration that boiled over on the pitch. The sight of 9 Arsenal players surrounding referee Michael Oliver, resulting in a massive FA fine, was, in Collina's view, a direct consequence of the officiating team losing control of the game's narrative through inconsistent VAR application. In his final assessment, Collina called for a radical shift in how VAR is utilized in England, demanding more transparency and a lower threshold for intervention on game-changing moments. His passionate defense of the rule serves as a stern warning to the PGMOL. The eyes of the world are watching, and furious reactions from legends like Collina suggest that the current system is at a breaking point. For Arsenal, these lost points could be the difference between a trophy and another year of what ifs.